Welcome everybody to Chicago, where the Bears are hosting the Minnesota Vikings, the first NFC North matchup for us this season, and I'm pretty sure for any of the NFC North teams this season. Last year we swept the Bears, and we're going to look to continue that winning streak here today. In the first game, Dwight Saunders, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions. And again, we're trying to work on those interceptions, get those numbers down. So I would love to see no interceptions in the game here today. It is rainy, so we need to make sure that there isn't any fumbles popping out or just bad play because of it. We're going to start here with a run down the middle by Dalvin. Gets a gain of 7 on that first down carry. Let me come back out here. Make an adjustment here. I'm going to send Ham on a wheel route. See if we get lucky there. Chuck the ball deep. Flanagan maybe dives for it, not able to get it. Looked like he had a bit more speed there when I first threw it, but the safeties definitely came back to break that pass up. Going to run through a guy with Dalvin and get the first down. On first down, going to come out 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I'm going to run some slants here. And we have Chark, no Thielen. Both of them are technically over there. Thielen was the catch down to the 36. And I have been looking a bit at the scouting so far this year, and we are seeing a lot more potential in terms of receivers this year rather than last year. Unfortunately, it's getting close to that time where Adam Thielen might end up retiring. Maybe after this year, he might be around for another year. Not quite certain. So in the meantime, we need to take a look at the receiver class, and we do see some options as Saunders scrambles for a gain of about 6 on that play. We're going to bring up a 3rd and 4. We're going to go down the middle here. We had some pretty good blocking, but I think we're about a yard short. And Madden wanted us to go for it, so that we will. Going to come out in the ham formation, but we're going to use him as a blocker. Follow behind him with Dalvin, and he has the speed, and Dalvin is in. Touchdown, Vikings, 7-zip early in this NFC North matchup. And for Chicago, Fields comes out here to lead them in his first game of the year. 216 yards, no touchdowns, but also no interceptions. So some positive, some not. And if you take a look over at the scoreboard, for the first time in his entire career as a Minnesota Vikings, which is only a year and 2 games, as they chuck the ball deep, Ward back to cover, and yeah. He definitely could have just swatted the ball away or picked it, but nope, instead he's going to have a pass interference. That's fun. But yeah, for his first time as a Viking, Young Hoku missed a kick. The extra point was wide left. Maybe could blame it on the rain, maybe on me. You could choose. But we do get the stuff there after a gain of maybe 3 on that first down carry by Montgomery. And I was just off by a couple yards. It was actually a gain of 5. Yeah, so not a great stop there. They are a running team. That's what our scouting showed us, as Ward misses the tackle. Montgomery ends up getting the first, and a Chicago, maybe fullback, ends up coming up a bit slow. Morris on the play. As the Chicago Bears come out here in a tight formation, 2 receivers to the left, tight end and another receiver to the right. And Danielle Hunter gets a hit on Montgomery, kind of spins him loose. He just falls down about at the original line of scrimmage. Also took a look. I looked at every position in the scouting, just because there are so many positions we need to take a look at. And unfortunately, there is no one that is available on the defensive line that rivals the size of Michael Pierce. There is no 340-pound guy. Did find quite a few, as Danielle Hunter off the edge, unblocked, gets the sack at the 16-yard line. Going to set up a 4th and 10 for the Bears. Yeah, found no one that really rivals the side. There was quite a few 300-pound guys, but definitely no one at 340. I think the largest I saw was maybe 320 at an end position that would get moved down if we ended up drafting him for sure. In terms of some other scouting news, I guess, looked at all of the available draftable linemen, and I don't know if it's just me, as we have a great run there from Dalvin right down the middle. Already has 60 yards on the day on 4 carries. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's just me or are all of the good linemen that anyone's finding all centers, because that really seems to be the case. There is a fantastic guard as we find Thielen here for maybe about 25. Yeah, I did find one really good tackle. Of course, he's a top 5 player, so most likely, if all things go according to plan, we won't be having the ability to draft him as Saunders misses that pass to Chark. He was under some heavy pressure, but we would like to see him make that reception. Yeah, all the good offensive linemen that I find are really all centers, which is about the opposite of previous Maddens where you could never really find a good center. And I'll be sure to show you guys all the guys that I have favorited. I'm going to give it a couple weeks, as it does look like Ezra Cleveland jumped on that hard count there. But yeah, I'll make sure to show you all the guys that I have on my favorites. I'm going to give it a couple weeks, however, just because there are like 60-something guys on the favorites, as we get a nice completion there on 3rd and long to Flanagan. Very reliable for us. But yes, I will make sure to have a recruiting special part of an episode coming soon. We'll probably wait till about the midway point of the season. Not able to get the ball to Flanagan there in the end zone. Just a bit overthrown. But I'm going to give it a few weeks, try to weed out some of those guys when we find a little bit more information on them, as we probably should have chose the right side of that gap instead of the left. And a flag hits, most likely, going to be holding. That's going to fall on Christian Darrisaw. From the 30-yard line, bring up a 2nd and 20. Going to make an adjustment here, have Dalvin stay back to block. Going to go, just kidding. Actually, it was probably a good thing that pass went incomplete, because I think it was Roquan Smith came down and definitely would have either broken up that pass or maybe even had an interception on that. So instead, we'll go back to this trusty old play. This time we're going to have Thielen run the deep route. And kind of breaking up here, and I was past the line of scrimmage. We don't get the first down anyway. Could have been a really good play, but just past it. Maybe by a yard, I think. Maybe more. Now, Chicago makes a really dumb choice and declines that penalty, which gives us a 4th and 1. And we're going to hand it off to Ham right down the middle. He gets about 3 to 4 and gives us a fresh set of downs inside the 10. Chicago definitely messed up that call. They definitely should have taken it and brought up a 4th and, I don't know, probably like 4th and 30. I'm going to roll out here. Force a playback. Yeah. Remember I said I didn't want any interceptions today? Try to force an inside throw or rolling out to the left. Jackson makes a great play there. I wanted to throw that in between where Thielen was and the incoming guy, but Thielen ended up just staying there because it wasn't quite thrown enough to the inside. Nice play there to get the interception for Chicago. That's what you get when you're trying to be greedy. But hey, I guess we could say is a little bit of a makeup for Chicago taking that penalty when they definitely shouldn't have. As Fields is just scrambling, no one really trying to stop him. Wanham was just standing in the end zone watching Fields scramble there. He ends up getting about a gain of 5. Make some adjustments here, bring Ward over to actually cover his side, bring the blitz here, and we don't get a hand on it. I thought I timed that pretty well with Harrison Smith, but he gets a nice completion there to his tight end, who gets the first down, number 85. Not sure exactly who that is at this point. Don't know if it's Clement. Could be Clement. As big hit there from Kendricks on Montgomery. Yeah, basically right at the original line of scrimmage, a gain of nothing there on that run. And I sure hope our young guys, Alex Brooks and Eldra Hilton, are learning from the veteran linebackers here. Of course, very similar to Adam Thielen. Not sure how much longer Harrison Smith is going to play. He's getting up in age as well. So one of those guys, or maybe another guy that we might bring in, will need to take his place soon. It's always my favorite part about these franchises, is seeing younger guys develop and end up taking over from some of the favorite guys, and Harrison Smith is certainly a favorite guy. As again, an easy completion there to 85. It looks like it might, yeah, it is Clement. Cement's played well against us the last 2 seasons. This season included in the last 2 seasons. We're going to come out with 2 tight ends to the left. We're going to slide the line over. They're going to go right past Eric Kendricks, who whiffs on the hit, and they're close to a first down on that run. And I believe they do have the first down. A good run there for Montgomery. Slight little hit change made, I think it was Kendricks just go flying. So far, I haven't seen any big splashy plays yet from our rookie D. Teague and Graves. He almost had a sack last week. He does get the tackle there. I don't think it's going to be a sack, as we see our draft class here. And he was our first pick, 32nd overall in the first round out of USC. And it was not a sack. It was a gain of 1, but still a great play from the rookie there to get Fields before he's able to scramble and make something happen. They're going to run, yep, right down the middle. You never know quite where they're going to go with the fake jet handoff. He had gaps on the far left side and down the middle. He chose a good one. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 when we get back from the 2-minute warning. Came at a good time, too. Lets our players rest a little bit. Going to bring Ward down here mainly to cover the tight end. We have Hunter off the line unblocked, but Kmet gets away from Ward. However, there is a penalty. Looks like it's roughing the passer. We got to Fields just a little late on that play. You know, we're looking at a lot of different positions in the upcoming draft, so make sure to leave some comments this year on what players you would like to see us upgrade on or just improve at in general. Kmet gets the catch and gets about 6-7 yards on that play. There really isn't any positions that I'm not looking at, as we need to build up depth and young talent all across really every position. Is Hunter again off the edge, but we're not able to get there in time, and that's Robinson down to the 2 on 1st and goal, coming out here in our base formation. Looks like they're going to motion a guy over to the right-hand side, so we're going to stack that side a bit. Watch the underneath. Looks like Fields is going to roll out. Eric Wilson not able to get there in time. Justin Fields falls into the end zone, and I believe, yeah, that's going to put them up about 10 with the extra point, 10-6, with about a minute and a half before the end of the half. And with a minute and 22 seconds left in the first half, we're going to come out here now down 10-6. We're going to go for the sideline. Thielen, sure hand Thielen, gets the snag at the 41. We're going to hurry up here. Let's see what else we can make. Now, if we could get that corner to come down. I just didn't quite like what we had. We had a guy on us. We're going to toss that ball out. Avoid interceptions and avoid taking the sack there and losing some time. Going to run this jet sweep to Nwangwu here. See if we could get a good chunk. He has some speed, not able to get past the safety. And we're going to call our first timeout. 3rd and 7. Going to come out with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, as well as Flanagan. We're going to run our typical slants here. We get it to Thielen. Going to run the quick hurry up here. Not the play I wanted to call. See if we could hit Jefferson down the sideline here. Use his speed. We're going to chuck it up. He has some good hands. Not able to get the positioning there on, I believe that might be Verrett that's playing the outside corner. We don't get to see the names there. Might check at halftime. I'm going to come out with 3 receivers to the left. We have a possible target. Not able to get his hands up. Going to go back to the old reliable here with Flanagan out at the slot to the right. Going to check Dalvin to a block first. Go out second. And we're going to take the sack. And they're going to call a timeout with about, I think it's 9 seconds left in the second half. Not in the second half. Second quarter. Right before half. Let's see if we could get a good punt here by our rookie punter, Hernandez. Gets it out. Looks like that's going to hit around the 8-yard line. Going to fall backwards, and we're not able to get there in time. Dantzler was maybe a step behind. Could have been downed at the 1. Instead, they'll go at the 2 at the 20 with 2 seconds. Just to prevent any shenanigans, we'll come out here in the prevent defense, although it looks like they'll be taking a knee. And that they do. So we will head into halftime down 10-6 in Chicago. It's a rainy day. We've had a turnover that came at a costly time because we were close to the end zone. We just need to make some smarter decisions and probably get back to the running game because that worked well for us in the first half. But as we see here, we're leading in all this the stats besides points on the board and takeaways, and that's what's costing us here. As we take a look around the lead, around the league. The Giants currently up 17-7 in New York against the Dolphins. I'm just off today. This is a bit crazy. We need to tighten this up. Another New York team, the Buffalo Bills, taking on the Eagles, up 17-7 again. Very similar scores there for the New York teams. And then Tampa Bay and the Indianapolis Colts, this time slightly different, 17-14, also at halftime, or now at halftime, also with us. The other two games are just a little bit before halftime. But yeah, games pretty close, pretty tight in the early window of NFL Sunday here. And unlucky news for us, Chicago will get the ball to start off the second half here. We are currently trailing by 4. We need some turnovers, quick 3 and out, something positive here to give some momentum to our offense. And for the first play in the second half here, Chicago coming out 2 tight ends to the left, 2 receivers to the right, and 1 now in motion. They're going to hand it off down the middle as Ward comes down to make a nice stop, maybe a gain of 1 or 2. Or let's combine those numbers and call it a gain of 3 instead. Thought it was a generous field position or field spot there for that run. Let's get Kendricks back. Not able to get the tackle. Luckily, Harrison Smith able to get it after maybe actually about a loss of 1. So we'll call it a gain of 2 then for that first down run. On 3rd and 8, we'll come out here in our double A gap look here. This time not bringing the blitz. I want to try to see if we could squeeze underneath one of these routes, force a turnover. Instead, it's close to a first down. Going to depend on the spot. And they're going to call it a first down. They say he just got it. Harrison Smith just a step too late. So instead, we'll come out here on first down with a double A gap blitz this time. See if we could get Hunter off the edge. He's been free many times, just hasn't been able to get home. And Dantzler doesn't get his head up. And number 13 with a nice snag over his back for the first down to the 43. We saw Dantzler make some good plays on the outside during the preseason. A couple interceptions. Would have liked to see one there. He was in good positioning, just didn't quite get it done, as we're just, again, 1 step too late to get the pass break up there. But we do get the tackle right as the fullback gets that catch. Maybe second tight end. Not quite sure. He is coming out here in the 2-3 tight end set. They're going to run to the left. Jimmy Ward out. Not Jimmy Ward. That was Denzel Ward with the tackle. Only a gain of maybe 1. Going to bring up a 3rd and 6. On 3rd and 6, they're going to spread the ball out a bit. 2 receivers to the left. Another 2 to the right. No one covering tight enough on those underneath routes. Thought Fields was going to scramble there, but he gets a nice read. Sees Mooney just standing there, gets the first down, gain of 13. And don't like that play call for that lineup. I'm going to check over here to a cover 2 man. Check the underneath. And I left the running back all alone. That's my bad. We do bring him down. However, now we're down to the 13. And Fields playing really well. 11 of 11 on the day for I think it was a little over 150 yards. Going to try to bring these guys down underneath. I want to play some underneath coverage. Try to limit those quick passes. See if we could get Daniil in here for a quick sack. We get past one guy, and luckily Pierce able to bring down Fields. I don't think there would have been a tackle made before he got to the end zone. Going to bring up a 2nd and 11. And on 2nd and 11, they come out in a tight formation. Going to run the ball to the left-hand side. We quickly stuff that. Eric Kendricks not only shoves the blocker, but also gets the tackle as well. And on 3rd and 10, we're going to bring a little bit of a man blitz here. I want to see if Harrison Smith can wreak some havoc. Going to see if Graves can help bring that lineman over. And Harrison Smith does get the sack, so it ends up working well for us. Going to bring up a 4th and 16. This would give the Bears a full touchdown lead with the field goal here. I would say let's try to block it, but I'm not even sure you really can block kick here in Madden 20, whatever this is, 21, 22. I can't even remember now. And of course, yes, it's Madden 22. I'm getting to that point where I am losing track of the years. They just keep going by. Go right down the middle with Dalvin. Great blocking up front. We had Hammond to Castro leading the way. See if we could double up here. As it does look like they don't have Akeem Hicks anymore. Or at least he might have lost his development trait. We get close to the first down there. Not sure where they're going to spot it. They do give us the first down there. So on first down, let's see if maybe we can make a play here. Doesn't look like Osborne has the speed. Don't think Thielen would have the speed for the outside. We're going to try to go underneath. Chark almost gets the catch, but Jackson able to break it up. So let's see here. 2nd and 10. They're all spread out, no linebackers. Let's try to go with a draw play, as we do not get a good block there by Cleveland. Number 98 quickly sheds the block and gets the tackle on Dalvin. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8. However, we're now heading into the 4th quarter, and we're still down by about 7 points here. 13-6 going into the 4th. To start the 4th, we're going to go back to that slant. See if we could get lucky. We're going to need a scramble on this one. Tap X, slide down, and we're down to the 48, and we need a touchdown here. We come out with our 3 tight ends set. Of course, we have Lucas, our main blocking tight end, out to that side. Follow behind him and a few others, and we're going to get down to the 44-yard line. About a gain of 7 on that first down carry. Looks like Blackburn here is going to run the drag wheel route. You see, don't like the coverage we had there. And that came out late, and that could have been an interception. Luckily for us, corner came over just a little bit late. We're going to go to the trusty old ham here, breaks back to the right, and it looks like we're going to be about a yard short as Darisaw looks to be shaken up. Maybe something to do with a shoulder or forearm, something on that right arm by the looks of it. And unfortunately, you see here, he is going to head into the locker room. Might be wrist, forearm, but of course the Madden, it could end up very well being a left ankle or something. But we're going to come out 4th and inches, hand it off to Ham. We get great blocking, and he gets the first down. And you see 69 there. That is Clayton, the 2nd-year tackle come in for Darisaw. And we saw Clayton play a little bit last year. Mostly when injuries occurred, he came in. And we saw some pretty good play from him. We're going to see if we can find Flanagan. Beautiful pass. They say he didn't catch it, and even more bad news, upper arm fracture for Darisaw. That's going to put him out for, could be quite a while. Double bad news on that play. Thought we might have had a really nice completion to Flanagan. They say he wasn't in. Then we get the injury news. But however, Flanagan down the street here. Is he going to get? Yes, he is in. I thought he might have been caught, but we do get in. That's a 39-yard touchdown to Flanagan. Going to tie this game up. Hopefully, I don't think we'll go for 2 here. I think we'll go for the tie. And we need Younghoe Koo to make this kick. Looks like this should go right down the middle, and that it does. Going to tie this game up 13-13. 5 minutes left before the end of this game. Chicago coming out here now, tied game, just over 5 minutes left. Let's see what they can do here. They're going to go to the underneath, and we had Dantzler there, not able to get the tackle. Luckily, Harrison Smith and Eric Kendricks quickly close in there to get the tackle. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3, double A gap look here. We've had some success with this on the interior. As big hit there from Danielle Hunter on Montgomery. Montgomery just ate his shoulder, and he's starting the lawnmower or something. Not quite sure what that move was. But hey, we like to see him getting hyped. We need some of excitement over here on defense to get a stop here on this 3rd down play. And on 3rd down, we're going to try a man coverage here. Typically don't run too much man. This might help us with some of those underneath routes. Jimmy Ward gets beat there by Clement, and they're now down to about the 50. And the safety positions, or safety group just in general, is one that is of slight concern this year. We weren't able to really address that position like we would have liked this last offseason. So we might see things like that happen regularly, as Kendricks is in, but he is not able to get the tackle. Eric Wilson forces Fields to slide. Going to help stop what could have been a very big run there for Fields. He had plenty of grass in front of him. We need to get off the block and get downfield as we get the pick. Denzel Ward, his first official pick, celebrating, because I keep forgetting that's not how you slow down. But first official pick as a... Wait, no, not official, because he had 2 last week. Keep mixing up the preseason and last week, but his 3rd pick of the season already, only the 2nd week of the season, and that could have saved this game. late here in the game. We're going to bring in Royce Freeman. He has some fresh legs. He's able to run through some guys. We're going to see what damage he could do here. Probably should have stuck to the right-hand side, but going to get a gain of a couple. And the whole goal is here, drain the clock down. We don't want to leave the Bears much time, and we need to get a couple points on the board at least. I would like 7, but 3 would do, so that would be a few, not a couple, but that is the goal. Is we're going to let the clock hit the 2-minute warning here, and we're going to see what we could do on this 3rd and 4. Going to come out in our slants. Got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And they do a nice job of overloading the side where the 2 receivers are going, as I love to find guys late to that side. But they definitely watched their film this week. We're going to scramble instead, and for some reason, Mond is in. Hopefully that just has to do with maybe me making a weird adjustment at the play menu and no injury to Saunders. And yes, that's all it was. I just didn't go all the way over from the halfback sub to the normal. So that was the only reason Mund was in. Nothing more, which is good news for us. We're going to try to scramble here. Not able to get the ball away. Didn't find anyone open. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. And with a single high safety, this isn't really the look that I was wanting here. Let's change it over to the slants. See what we're able to find. We do have Jefferson breaking open late. Almost overthrown, but he does get the reception, and Chicago now takes their first timeout. And with timeouts starting to be taken, 33 seconds left in this game, we're going to go to a bit of a run form here. It worked out fairly well for us. Roquan Smith now slow to get up for the Bears. That's going to be a timeout wasted for them, although not wasted when it comes to someone's health. And let's try something here. I would love to find Flanagan on this play-action rollout here. Over the coverage. Knows that that's where we like to go. So we're going to scramble here, get the first down and out of bounds. Down to the 12 with 23 seconds left in this game. And we still have all 3 of our timeouts. Chicago still has 1 as well. We're going to go for the run here. Dalvin Cook tries to get to the outside. I told him to juke out. He jukes in and gets tackled by Jackson. And we're going to take our first timeout. Again, come out here in a play action. I would like to see a delayed cross there from Flanagan, where they do a nice job covering him there. Not trying to force anything. We're going to roll out, get out of bounds at about the 7 seconds left. With 7 seconds left, we have the height advantage here with Justin Jefferson. I'm going to toss that up. Wow. Looks like we'll be going to overtime, unless we could get a safety here on the 1-yard line with 4 seconds left. I thought that would have been either an incompletion or an easy touchdown, but Jackson comes over. I believe it's Eddie Jackson, makes a fantastic play. So I am obviously going to have everyone try to crunch the line here. Going to bring Ward down as well. And then I'm going to jump back here with Joyner. Help try to protect. Oh, that was close to the goal line. But no, we don't get the stop. And we're going to head on into halftime. And yes, I completely realized I just said halftime. I meant overtime. And we win the coin flip. And that very well can change the entire course of an overtime. So we'll get the ball. We're not going to make any stupid decisions like we did previously. Just get the ball in the end zone and call this game done. Oh, we've played in some close games this year. None have been blowouts. Let's hope we could correct this a little bit in future. Although all that really matters is that we get the win. And we're going to start at the 24. So at the beginning of this game, I said I didn't want to throw any turnovers. Instead, throw any interceptions. Said we throw 2. So we're tied for last week, and we're definitely not improving the interception rate so far. I would love to see if we could possibly get Jefferson open deep. He has the release. He has the sidelines. Not able to hold on to it. Not sure if it's the rain that's affecting us today, but it has not been a clean game really by any stretch of the imagination. Going to roll out here. We do have Thielen. Come on, Chark. Come back here, get a block. Thielen's a little bit slow. There you go. There you go. Come on for it. Touchdown! We're going to walk this game off with Adam Thielen on a 73-yard slant to the house. I was definitely worried he was going to get caught. Chark came in and just kind of weaved right behind us at the right moment. Gave us just enough to get that ball into the end zone and to win this game here against a rival, NFC North. Whew. Too many mistakes in that game. We need to clean it up in the next, but hey, let's walk off this field victorious. As the boys head into the locker room, as the victors, we really had them beat in all categories. Rushing yards, we had almost 3 times the amount that they did. Had more yards of play. Passing yards, we had more, but they had the 2 turnovers that really came back to bite us. But we need to do better, and we definitely need to do better with Saunders. We do not need to be throwing as many interceptions, and the completion percentage not good either. And that some has to do with what my style of play is. Kind of panicking a little bit sometimes, just chucking it up rather than taking a sack or throwing it away. But we're going to try to get better with that in the next episode. And after that game, we're going to check here, and we see Christian Darrisaw will be out for 4 weeks. Of course, we haven't simmed yet, so will be 3 weeks. And in his place, we will have Clayton be the starter. So good thing that we worked a bit on our depth, because we're going to need it now on the offensive line. Darrisaw is very much a run blocker. He has some ability in pass blocking. Clayton is more of a pass blocker than a run blocker, and that's by a significant margin. So we might see a little bit more passing the next couple weeks, which means we're going to need to make sure we play smart with Saunders. He's not always going to be completely accurate, but he has the ability to make big plays, and we've seen that. We just need to limit his mistakes. And as we sim on over to week 3, where we will be playing the New Orleans Saints, who they still have Alvin Kamara. He's not in jail after beating someone up in Vegas. They do have higher overall in terms of their offense, defense, and just the overall team. However, we are 2-0. We're still number 1 in the NFC North. And all the other teams in the NFC North did lose last week, so we now have that game up on all of them. So in the next episode, we will be playing the New Orleans Saints, and the focus this season is just being smarter with Saunders. We need to see him improve, take that next step, because he needs a dev boost. Because he needs a dev boost to really further his career. Right now, he's only a normal dev, and that could hold him back a little bit. So we need to limit those turnovers and really throw the passes that we know are open and that they're big, that there's really big play potential to him. He has some running ability. We need to be able to utilize that. So that is the game plan for at least the next couple weeks until we get Darrisaw back. Because he's, again, like I said, a bit more of the running guy. He's a bit more balanced. Clayton is really strictly a pass blocker. So we know we're going to have that pass blocking there. We're not sure about the run blocking. We'll definitely test it because we don't want to waste Dalvin Cook. But that is the plan going forward. If you're enjoying this series, please do let me know down below by hitting that subscribe button. You could also leave a comment or like down below and hit that bell notification to be notified of when I post. You can also follow me on Twitter, BigBearB_gaming, as I always tweet out whenever one of these videos is posted or goes live or whatever terminology you want to use. But yeah, make sure to check that out. It's always linked down in the description below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye.